99%. There's a 99% chance I never met you. But there is a 100% chance I do know something about you. You want me to say what it is? Sure. I know that you talk to yourself, right? You talk to yourself. For example, when you're losing a game, you tell yourself to get it together. You can beat them. I need to stop rolling so much. Or like one player I heard whispering to himself playing friendlies at poor priority. Am I getting worse? It even extends outside of Smash, such as you singing a lyric of a song to yourself, you reminding yourself what you were going to do, or perhaps you orally retracing your steps when you lost something. Was that correct? Well, I am willing to bet that I was. But how? Why? How did I figure that out? That is the topic of today's video. I will be starting a series in which I analyze the book I've read and explain how we can connect the ideas presented in that book to Smash. Today, we will start reviewing the widely acclaimed sports psychology self-help book, The Inner Game of Tennis, by Timothy Gallwey. There are many lessons that I found while reading The Inner Game of Tennis, or IGoT from now on. However, the crucial theme that is taught is the concept of the inner game, which is our self 1 versus our self 2. I wanted to start out with this concept because I will be referring to these terms frequently in subsequent videos and will smoothen the understanding of future topics. Gallwey introduces the idea of self 1 and self 2. So, who are these selves? Well, let's go back to my prediction of talking to yourself. If I am talking to myself, who initiates the conversations? Who is responding? What happens when there is conflict or disagreement? Well, the sentence, I am talking to myself, is initiated by the first self, I. I is talking to the second self, which will be myself. Thus, you will begin an observation and yourself will respond to that. Let's use this phrase as an example. I need to stop rolling so much. Who initiated this conversation? That would be the first self, self 1. Self 1 is the initiator, the storyteller, the observant and judgmental one. Self 2 will respond to self 1 and follow commands since they know the knowledge needed to carry a task. In this example, self 2 knows that it needs to stop rolling. So let's quickly summarize. I, or you in the second person, is self 1. Myself, or yourself in the second person, is self 2. Let's investigate a little more who these people are. Self 1 is a judgmental mind. It collects data from around us and gives us themes, meaning, emotions, emphasis, and bias. When you meet someone, you immediately judge them by their hair length, hair color, height. Are they smiling? Are they wearing a shirt? Etc. In Smash, your self 1 judges the situation at hand. Are you winning or losing? Did you get punished by that roll? Are you even playing well? Is the venue too cold? Self 2 is non-judgmental. It is our subconscious that does things seemingly without thought. Self 2 can be guided by Self 1, but it reaches its true potential when it is allowed to act independently. Have you ever heard the saying, playing out of your mind, when someone is performing well in competition? This quote refers to our self 2 working independently, yet in conjunction with self 1. Self 1 determines what is going on in the game and relays that data into self 2, who is clear of bias and has an overarching understanding of what is going on in the match. Getting ourselves to work in conjunction, or playing out of our mind, is what the inner game is all about and the challenge we face every day. This video is an introduction to the inner game and what we can learn from Timothy Gallwey's book for Smash. In my subsequent videos of this series, this is an essential idea that will need to be learned. It will be referred to often. Gallwey uses tennis as a medium for his ideas. I use Smash. I hope you enjoyed the introduction, and I am excited to talk about other ideas that are presented in this book. Feel free to comment if you've read this book, as well as like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Take care.